No, I've never been someone shy until I seen your eyes. Still, I had to try. Yeah. Oh, yes. Let me get my words right and then approach you. Woman, I'll treat you like a man is supposed to. You'll never have to cry. No. I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone. And she's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. No, the way she moves to her own beat. She has the qualities of a queen. She's a queen. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen. She's a queen. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I need her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind until the night that I seen your eyes. Oh, my queen, so supreme. I can see it in her eyes, the way she smiles. Hey, yes, I know the king and queen crown, see I'm tired. So I'd never leave your side. Just stick with me through the trial times. Oh, and she says she no mind. Alright, I know good man is hard to find. And she can't about that giant no line. That's why she has no ties at this time. Yeah, I know many men are trying, but she needs to be more than wine and dine because she's royal, yeah, so royal, and I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so divine. Oh, the way she moves to her own beat. She has the qualities of a queen, so supreme. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen, so supreme. Yeah. And when they ask what a good woman's made of.
A very pleasant good evening and welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show on Island Zone Radio on this windy evening, Monday evening. I can't believe it's so much wind. It's like lions roaring out there. And the bad thing is everything is going wrong in the studio tonight. But I decided that no matter what's going on wrong, I will be on tonight. um I'll be on tonight to say, you know, this is my last show for the year until 2026. But like I said before, um, I want to say thanks to all of you, all those supporters, David M. Singh, Paul Ratners, all of you who tune in, Gita Rampasad. Um, Thank you, all of you. Thanks to all of you from Island Zone Radio for supporting me on this beautiful show that airs Monday night. um, 8 o'clock. It's supposed to be 10 p.m. But I am thinking of. I know I revamped my studio, and I'm still trying to get things together. Hope for the new year. Not hope. It's going to be right for the New Year's. My background. I have to do some work on it too. Even too. I forget I didn't bring any water in the studio, so I hope that things really work out. Nevertheless, it's not going to be a too long show. Um, but I'm revamping things. How I'm going to what I'm going to talk about and how I'll address issues that's going on in our community, where it's with diagnosis, mental health issues. Um, I know sometimes I do the show, a long drawn out show for 2 hours, and I talk about a lot of things. Some shows I will have where I'll be talking a lot about, like how I did the AIDS, the last one with AIDS, and I did it for actually a whole month, 3 weeks. Things that matters and are really really important, I will stress it out. And otherwise than that, it probably will be an hour long show. But what I also plan to do moving forward, and I'm going to contact some of you like David M. Singh and so on, I want to tackle some things that teenagers are encountering, some problems that adults are encountering, and I want to bring some bring some solutions to thing. Yes, in Canada, 19 right now. Yes, it's very cold. And when I finish, I have to go do the garbage, which is not a lot. Yes, so I want to talk about like mental health and how we're gonna help young children. um, we want to talk about teenagers, pregnancy, how as parents we talk about all these things. Hi, Mala Harpersad. She's watching from Atlanta, Georgia, in the house. Thank you very much, and thanks to all of you for supporting me on this show. Like I've said in the past, I am not really a radio guy, but I just come on to share my wisdom, my knowledge with you guys, wherever possible. You know, another thing that I have to really address now more to is my cough, my allergies, my nasal drip. I have to really address all of that so I could come on here comfortably without being coughing and all these things. All right. So, yes, thanks for tuning in. And, Christmas just gone. And as you guys know, my mantra always is to be kind. And so, as my last show for the year 2025, you know, even David saying to you too, we have done a lot of things to help our folks in Guyana. We sent over 20 barrels of Pampers. We have sent wheelchair walker. So many things we have sent. We have sent money to, and I want all of you collectively to take credit. Now, I am going to share my credit with everybody else. We send money um, for children for Christmas gift to help make a party possible for children. We have helped a lot of elderly people, and so um, I got to tell you that we all collectively did what we're supposed to do to help humanity. And I know David had helped me too in the past, and I hope that you guys will continue to support me. That I would be able together and collectively that we will be able to support the poor, the underserved back in Guyana. And like I've always said, um, hi Dr. Narayan, that good evening and thank you for tuning in. Today is really a thank you, not so much so what I'm going to talk about. To say thank you even to like Sherry Algredo for your love and your support, for all that you have done for me throughout the year. And I hope that, Sherry, we can continue to partnership and to make our community and our folks in Guyana I'm more happy. And like I've said before, um, let me say, Dr. Narayan Dutt and he's from Canada, he's Guyanese, out of Canada. And as he's on, I want to say, Dr. Narayan Dutt, thank you so much for being a partner with me to bring education and to bring comfort to our folks in Guyana. And I look forward for your partnership. I was thinking today that I could probably bring you on next week so we could talk about how do we help to start or how do we help the new year. So yes, we want to help the new year. So my goal actually for this show, the Ken Rampersaud Show, is not to it's not to be oh, I'm special, I'm a celebrity, I am all of this big thing, or I'm no. The reason that I do the show really is to help the people who needed. people in Guyana. We have helped, and when I say we, all of us have helped people in Guyana, the United States, Barbados, Jamaica, right? So thank you very much. We are making a difference. We may be small, but we are doing a lot of things. We are doing a lot of things, and I want to tell you guys that next year for International Women's Day, wow, it will be fourth time I'm doing it. And what I want to do really is to take it to Guyana for 1 year, and then I bring back the fifth year in the United States. What I realized that we have a lot of Guyanese young people who are doing so much for Guyana, who are doing so much for the underserved, the poor. Also, I see there's a lot of people who are helping with animals, dogs, and so on. And I'm going to pray that God give me the serenity to be able to help these people in Guyana, at least if you can donate to some of these organizations. So next year, when I touch down next year, I'll be start running with my fourth annual Women's International Day Award in Guyana, and we will try pick out at least 10 women um, who is doing um, a lot of stuff for Guyana. And to be honest with you, I am looking for grassroots people. I'm looking for people who go in the trenches and work, and people who helping with the animals, those who are walking in the back dam and helping those poor children. So don't forget, I'm going to be begging for donations next year, because what I really wanted to do is like five or six of the organizations that helping people. I want to, and I see how they're begging. They're begging like me too. And I'll start next week. The other week, I'm going to start my raffle. First prize, I have a nice HP computer. Then I have I think a 32-inch TV, and then I have a self. Oh God, what do you call it? Gita will tell you if she remembers. She will put it in the shout box. A rice cooker, I believe, for third prize, $5 for ticket, and all this money is going to go towards some of the computers I got, and to help with these people back in Guyana, to help these organizations. I'm gunning for at least if you could help them with $50,000 each or $30,000 each. All those people who do humanitarian work, especially those who take care of the animals, the dogs and the cats and so on. All right, so we can make a difference. We did last year. This year was one of our best year in terms of being kind and to help people. All right, so I don't have any water upstairs, and Gita is not home, and I can't call on anybody to bring any water for me upstairs in the attic. So this holiday season is going to finish soon, but I want us to let every day be a holiday for us. And I want to talk a little bit how we should be kind. Being kind during the holiday season, it doesn't have to be grand and expensive. Often the smallest act, right? The smallest act leaves the biggest impact, especially in poor people. And here are some meaningful and some practical ways how we could help during this season silently, especially those who are struggling. The holiday are filled with sparks and excitement, but they can also be stressful and emotional and overwhelming for many people. And I've seen that. I've talked to a lot of people who went through this holiday season without any love. And I will tell you a story in just a minute, and how we can make a big difference, whether it's brightening a stranger day or support someone quietly going through a hard season. You know, I always look how I could help someone. And yesterday, I left work, and I collected a lot of roti and dal puri and chicken curry and cake and so on. And I would not say who it was. It doesn't matter. But I'll just tell you how I was so emotional drained yesterday. And I went to meet someone who give so much to Guyana and who's living in the States. And I said, I packed 2 bags and I took it with me to the Bronx. And I put it on the table and I said, I brought this for you. She's about 80 years old. And while she was sitting down there, she said to me, and one of the things I learned to do now is to listen to people. Back in the days, I want to talk to. But what I do now, I let people tell me the story. And I listen with love and empathy. And this is a woman who helped a lot. She unfortunately she don't have any children. And she said to me, Ken, that I have helped so many people and I have so much family in the States. And not one person come and bring something for me to eat or call me to have a conversation. I was in this apartment all by myself. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I do the show. This is why I am who I am, you know, um, to be kind to people. And you would not know the impact that you have had on people. And when I came home, despite she's 80, around 80, she said, Ken, thank you so much for coming today. And thanks for all the goodies. And it meant something to me. These little thank yous this is the gas, really, that helped me to keep me going forward. That's all. I don't need thank you, really. I don't need no big set of praise. I ask people, and I never forget that when I was a young boy growing up back in Ghana, I used to help a lot of old people. And I used to steal to help them. And one old lady, I'll tell you the story. One old lady said to me, she asked me for help, and I keep forgetting her. And one day she came, I was in a hammock lying down. And as I was lying down, she came to me and she said, how better, guy, and style better, mean buyer, And she said, so now me ask you for this thing and you're not bringing for me. She threw $20 on my chest while I was lying down. And I said to myself, I said to her, I gave her back the money, the $20, despite I was poor. And I said to her, this is about 38 years ago. And I said to her, no, I don't want your money. I don't want your money. I'm going to make sure tomorrow I bring your stuff. And ever since, from then to now, I have one mantra in me that don't give me nothing. Beg God to give me health, strength, wisdom, and understanding. I don't want nothing else, if you know what I mean. And thank God that I carry on that legacy within me for over 40 years, for 40 years actually. And I want to tell you that not everything should be equated with money. And probably that's why I'm not rich in financially, but I got a rich heart. So if I want to tell you, um, always be kind. And David, thank you very much for your support too. I'm gonna go to the comment just now. Practice patience. The holiday can be stressful. Long lines. People are tired and emotionally run high. Emotions normally run high. Take a deep breath before acting or reacting. Remember, everyone is carrying something unseen. Be present. Kindness starts with attention. Listen without interrupting. Put the phone down during conversations. Acknowledge people with eye contact and a smile. And talking about this, I got a friend, a co-worker. Yesterday we had a good heart-to-heart conversation. Good guy, just like me. And every time anyone say anything to him, I hope he's not listening anyway. I tell a good guy would do anything for you. We like the same. And anytime anybody start a conversation, what he will do, he will pick up this thing and run. You don't get to complete your statement. And I said to him yesterday, man to man talk. I said, "Boy, I'm gonna tell you something. You are a great guy. I love you. You are my kind of guy. But I want you to tell you something. Every time I've observed that every time I start a conversation, you takes it and you run with it. And not with me alone, with everybody else. I want you to start to listen more. Because sometimes when I come to you with problems, I want you to listen to me. And it's true. I pour out to him sometimes. When I got problem home, I talk to him. And I said, it doesn't mean that you need to tell me anything. I just want you to listen to what I gotta say. And he took it nice. He said, I understand. Thank you for telling me that. Two adult man talking. You know what I'm saying? And that was great. I'm glad that he took it this way. Offer help without being asked. Carry grocery for someone. Check on elderly neighbors. Help a coworker who looked overwhelmed. And I'm lucky that I have that thing in me where sometimes I just look at people and would tell if they're sad or what kind of mood they're in. You know, use gentle words. Always say thank you and often compliment someone sincerely. Choose words that heal and not hurt. I always try to inculcate that with me and always try to tell people, thank you very much. Thanks for, and I believe that if you can't say thanks for little things, you can say thanks for bigger things. Include those who feel left out. Sometimes you sit in a crowd and everybody talking, not everybody, people talking, and there is one set of people who is taking the conversation and run with it. And there is one, two people who doesn't get the input to say anything or make any input. Pull them, pay attention, pull them in, get their input. You never know, they may have something that's valuable to say, right? Holidays can be lonely for many. Invite someone who may be alone. Send a message to someone you haven't heard from a while. Remember those grieving or missing a loved one. And I want to tell you, this is a time that when a lot of people lose their loved ones and they don't know what to do. And sometimes all they do is be home crying. I want us to start extending ourselves to those people who have lost their loved ones and who is grieving. If you give them a piece of cake, taking a soda with some cake or some, not soda, ginger beer, something special, ginger beer or some sorrel. I am lucky that this year, or blessed, for the past couple of years, Ryan Khan, who was on Island Zone Radio, he made a big pan of cake, black cake and sponge cake, and he and his mother they drop it off by me. And so for the year, I didn't really have to bake. And for the past couple of years, so these are things how you could help people. Give what you can. Give isn't only about money. Donate time, skills, or encourage. Share a meal, volunteer, or even 1 hour. Go somewhere where they have elderly people or kids or a shelter and donate towards them. Respect differences. Not everyone celebrate the same way or at all. Be inclusive, avoid assumptions, honor people boundaries and tradition. And this reminds me last week at work, I told one of my coworker, Merry Christmas. And I don't, he said to me, I don't celebrate Christmas. I said, oh, okay. I do. And I just want to extend that to you. And he said to me that I do um, Kwanzaa. I said, oh, the Kwanzaa where, it's like an African thing where they bring a lot of fruits and they put it in a syrup, in one area, different kind of fruits, you know. Hi, Samantha Cho. Thank you for your love, your support. Good to have you on, Dr. Narayan. That I meet so many people every day, and sometimes I encounter different situations. You be surprised when you hear people's story. Absolutely. Shahid Baksh, thank you very much. One of the people who always support Island Zone Radio from morning to night. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Keep supporting us. People like you make Island Zone Radio a special radio station. Um, Ma, um, Mala Harprasad, thanks for your love, your support too. Um, be kind to yourself. Kindness begins within. Rest when you need it to. Set healthy boundaries. Release guilt for not doing it all. And one of the things that I don't understand too, I still am not, for the past 2 weeks, I really haven't done anything. My studio I should have done pack away and set up nicely. I mean, I'm comfortable, it looks good, but I still have to do some technical things. But I got to tell you that for the past 2 weeks, I feel so not motivated to do anything. But I pushed myself and I was in bed more half of the day, but luckily that I prepare my stuff ahead of time. And when I come in the studio, this is not working, that's not working. But like I said, sometimes we have to push ourselves. We have to rest when we want to and not feeling guilty that we must give ourselves permission to rest. Lead by example, your kindness inspire others. One gentle act can create a ripple effect far beyond the season. As someone who has spent a lifetime caring for others, your natural compassion already sets the powerful example. During this season, simply be your authentic, thoughtful self is a gift to not only yourself but to others. And time like this, always is good to extend yourself, but look at yourself first. And a way that you can do, you could pay it forward. Like, for example, if you're buying a coffee, you could pay for somebody who's at the back of you, and they will be surprised that when they reach the counter, they tell them, "Listen, the guy in front of you paid for you." And you could do that at a store. I remember many years ago, I was at a children's store, and this young Indian guy, probably from India or Pakistan, he was shopping for some grocery too. And when he when they gave him the bill to tally up everything, he didn't have enough money to pay, and he started to take out stuff from his stuff. And I said to him and the cashier, I said, "No, I'll pay the rest for him." And it was not a lot of money, probably $10, $15. And did pay it for him. And I'm just saying this are the ways and means that we could help each other. And there is no money could make you feel as good as you feel by helping that person. You know what I'm saying? Send handwritten notes to someone who need it, like a teacher, an old friend, a neighbor, coworker, any family member you haven't seen in a while. Now it's texting or whatever it is. It's not a bad idea to send a little text, to write and say, "I love you and I miss you," right? Drop off a treat for neighbor, bake cookies, hot cocoa, chocolate, right? Some coffee with a favorite coffee. So these are ways that you could help people. If there's snowfall, you could help your neighbor dig their snow, especially if it's an older folks. When I clean snow, to be honest with you, sometimes I clean two, three people next to me snow. Help everybody. Even if I don't clean everything, I make a walkway so that just to be kind. My neighbors will tell you, even when sometimes I get vegetables at work because there is a pantry next to us. I give sometimes three, four neighbors. I get bread, sweet potato, different things, beans. I share it with my neighbors. I get vegetables a lot sometimes. And I feel good sharing with my neighbors just to be a good neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Um, if your neighbor have, and I'm so, I was Santa Claus for two times for this year. And I got to be very honest with you. These are things I don't get paid for anyway. But what inspire me and motivate me and build all these good feelings is that to see these children run, some of them run, come to me, some cry, and they will hug up Santa and they will smile and they will say, "Thanks, Santa. Have a good holiday." To see the children who can't afford a gift, but their parents bring them, fetch them in this cold weather for a toy, it's a good feeling. And sometimes I say that, oh my God, too much people doing this Santa business, this giving out gifts. But I got to be honest with you. I hope that, and I want to thank everybody who do these kind of things. um, our radio station, Island Zone Radio, DJ Fest, D Raj, um, GM Plumbing. I forget it who GMA Plumbing, and his wife. They send thousands of gifts to Guyana, and Sabina Sankar, Sherry Williams. All these people give so much out of themselves. The place is cold sometimes. You would not believe it. Because of the standard thing, my belly is not big, right? But I take a pillow and I put it in my belly to look my belly big. And I put a band, excuse me, I took a belt and I put it across my belly. And oh my God, a pee braced me from 11 o'clock. And I am too, I could not take out all the clothes I wear, but three clothes to go there. Three pants, sweatpants, because the place is so cold. I had to hold my pee for like 6 hours, which is not good. But when I think of these children and the way that we make them feel, and they come and they say they want a picture. Like I sit in there sometimes and say to myself, "Oh my God, I'll be a dead man later on, and my memory will still go on for years to come." I remember when my mother used to take me. I don't know if it's Fagatis or we say have Santa Claus, but in Georgetown, I will sit down and give a gift and take out a picture. So giving is important, and I hope that next year I could um I could do something like this too, because it's better to give than to receive, and the Bible says so very clearly. Always give. Another person that came to my mind who who is good, a good person, Barbara Budram. um Barbara, she always moved me, and um I cannot believe that she is such a generous woman. She and her partner in crime. um Yesterday I was telling her I need to get some t-shirt with my logo on it, because I know that she had some things with logo. And I asked her the price, and she said to me, "Ken, I would, I would pay for the logo for you on your shirts." And gosh, even if it doesn't happen, like I'm like, "Thank you," you know, um, because a lot of times I like today, I wanted to get two chairs because I'm in the attic with my studio. My wife bought two chairs for me to put inside of our living room. So if I get people to, sometimes I'll bring people in my living room to talk, just one-on-one talk, and they can't come up in the attic because there is no step really. So I could have a sit down with them, and these are all I buy these things out of my own money, and so I thank God I could do that sometimes. Sometimes I get a little gift, a donation here and there that I used to always to update my own studio. So yes, guys, every penny counts, right? donate toiletries or warm clothing to local shelters. You'll be surprised. Yesterday, I was surprised yesterday. My boss gave me a jacket. He said, "If see if this is gonna fit you," and I said no. So I give it to a patient, and he was so excited and so glad that he got a good jacket for the winter. So come on, be kind, be good. It doesn't take a lot. $2, $5. Give. Leave a positive review for a small business. It costs nothing but can make a huge impact. Your words could boost their holiday sales and encourage someone who work hard behind the scene. You know, Gita will tell you that even when I'm coming through the airport, um, I'm not a flirt. I just say, "Well, you're such a pretty." The last time I came through Georgetown, Timmy Airport, I met such a young, pretty black girl, and I said to her, "You're so pretty, and you have such a nice personality, um, and you're helping everyone, and you're so helpful. Thank you, and please continue to be that way." And I'm certainly sure that she feels that way, and I always do that. Anywhere I go, I always compliment someone, and I compliment them generously and sincerely. You know what I mean? Um, put out snacks for delivery drivers during the December holiday. They may do a lot of delivery, right? A basket with some water. Um, when places hot, you can offer your even to you. You can offer those who do the probably having a good idea too. You give them cold water during the time. You know, and that's a good idea. Probably I will do something like that for our guys who pick up the garbage. Probably that's a good idea for me to do during this winter month. I'll buy a nice um a nice good what you call oh gosh, I forget the name, what you call it, where you put your you they could put ice inside and buy a case of one and put it inside and give it to them and let they carry their water during the day, and they could buy their own water and put the ice and do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great thing to do. Yes, support people. Compliment, like I said, compliment someone, your co-worker, anybody, teachers who have taken care. I've always buy gift for my son's teachers when they were young kids growing up. Even small gifts, even during Teachers Month, show appreciation, show love, right? Kindness not doesn't need a budget or a calendar. It just need intention, and carried out. Whether you choose one of these ideas or try them all, your small act of love may be exactly what someone's need. And you never know. Sometimes I tell somebody something nice, and you know what they said? Oh, you have made my day. You've made my day. You know? So I just want to say that I'm officially done with this show, but I could probably talk for another couple of minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you guys I just want, hi, Bibi Zabar. Good evening, darling. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Um, Angela Babs, Babi, thank you very much. Yes, real talk. I pray for people at the grocery store. Yes, especially moms. Yes. Kavita Singh, a very good evening to you too. And please convey to your other half, your sweetheart, thanks for his love and his support. Because of people like him, I'm able to help people in Guyana, and he always gives generously. Um, so please let him know that I say on the radio, thank you because of people like you and him. And I know you always have a kind word for me too, Kavita, whether on Facebook or when I'm asking for money. Um, so many good people I have that supported me. Angela Babe, thank you very much for tuning in. Well said, sir. Thank you very much. I don't like no, not, I don't like people to call me sir. Just say Ken. I am not special. I am just a regular guy. Okay, um, just grassroots like you guys. Um, I meet so many people every day. That's right. Yeah, and you would be surprised to know that there's so many people out there that need. You know, sometimes when Gita will tell you, I tell her, put some extra food in my bowl. If I go to when I go to work, I give it to someone. Okay, so I pay for people at the grocery store. Thank you very much. Good. Who else I see here? Enid Budu. Happy Old Years. Thank you. Happy New Year's to you. To everyone around the world. Love always. Thank you, Enid Budu. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, um, I don't know. I was home all day today, but I rested most of the day. And just to let you guys know, I appreciate all of you, and thanks for your love and your support during 2025. And I'm looking forward for 2026. And 2026, I'm going to start running because there are so many things I want to do next year. We could make a big difference. We share thousands of Pampers in Guyana. We made a difference. Give yourself a tap in the back that we have made a big difference. And that's what matter. I see people collecting for the rich. I see people collecting for people who get a big salary. And I'm not knocking anybody. Please don't get me wrong. But me, I will continue to collect, to beg for the poor, the underserved. Like I tell people, I'm a professional beggar for the poor. And like I said, I'll be heading to Guyana for International Women's Month sometime next March. So I'll need your support. Have to do my awards early because I have to ship them to Guyana. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I have a lot of things planned for the new year. You will see me doing more Facebook Live, or I'll be on the radio, and I'll be talking about a lot of things about suicide prevention, domestic violence, teen pregnancy, how we could help, right? Road accidents. And thank you for watching my videos that I do now and again on Facebook. You know, I I don't get a lot of money from Facebook. I get a little change that I could buy my coffee, or sometimes I use it to buy something for the studio, right? So, but I will always keep it real and positive. All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, let me play a nice song for all of you that you will enjoy. All right. Again, thank you for watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Thanks for your love and your support. Davindra Puran.
कदम तुम भी चलो दो कदम हम भी चले दो कदम तुम भी चलो दो कदम हम भी चले मंजिले प्यार की मंजिले फिर प्यार की आएगी चलते चलते
And also, I want to say that those of you names who I haven't called is that I didn't see them on my inbox. So I know a lot of people watching, and I wouldn't see a name. So forgive me. Always write something so I could get to see. Okay. And together, not me alone, we have received actually 3 awards. One from Dr. Narayan Dat from Toronto, from Canada. He's from Kitchener, Canada. Thank you very much for your award. That award goes to all of us. All of you have donated towards the Ken Rampersaud Show and the work that I do. And also from the Guyana Cancer, I think a Guyana Cancer Association. Thanks for your award too. And one from the people of Guyana there who see the good thing that we are doing. So all the awards that I receive and we received this year, it's for all of us.